Now we will study case study the Chalcolithic settlement of Inam Gaon. Okay. Neolithic, Chalcolithic, and Megalithic cultures flourished in different parts of India during the Vedic period. So we have already discussed that these three cultures had, you can say, uh, increased, or it started in a favorable condition during the Vedic period in India, in different parts of our country. Located near the river God in Maharashtra, Inam Gaon is one of the largest Chalcolithic settlement in India. So, the Inam Gaon, it is located near the river God in the Maharashtra. It is one of the largest Chalcolithic settlement in our India. This site was discovered in 1960s and 1970s. So, Inam Gaon was discovered in the year between 1960s and 1970s. According to archaeologists, farmers lived here between 1600 BCE and 700 BCE. So, according to different archaeologists who had done different types of excavation and discovered that farmers during uh, these three periods, especially in the Inam Gaon, they used to live between the 1600 BCE and 700 BCE. As many as 134 mud houses has been excavated at Inam Gaon. So, from the Inam Gaon, 134 mud houses has been discovered. Usually, these houses were rectangular and spacious. So, 134 mud houses which were excavated from the Inam Gaon, these houses are rectangular in shape and they were very spacious. That means each mud house was made in a huge amount of area. Most of them had one or two rooms. So in most of the houses, they either have one room or two rooms. One of the houses found at the site have five rooms. So according to the members of the family, they used to make the houses. It might have been the house of the ruling chief. Okay, so it is believed that one house which they have found in the Inam Gaon is consist of five rooms. So it is believed that the ruling chief, that means the king, is to live in this house. Next to the houses there was a granary. Okay, inside the houses there were oval shaped pit where people cooked their food. So inside the houses they have found that there is a oval shaped, you can say, area, or you can say oval shaped underground like this. Okay, a pit, okay, where they used to cook their food. Other structures around the settlement area, there was a well. So well has also been found in, you can say, around the houses. There was also a embankment. Remains of channels which were used to irrigate the fields were also be found. So there is a place, or you can say a channel, or you can say gully like structure, where they used to use these, you can say, channels in order to uh, irrigate their crops. Okay, these things were also found in the Inam Gaon. Pottery at Inam Gaon, red pottery with black design have been found after excavation. So pottery was also found in the Inam Gaon, and it was the it was of red color and it was designed with black color. Okay, tools found at Inam Gaon were made up of stone. So even the different types of tools were excavated from the Inam Gaon, and it was made up of stone. These tools were used for cutting plants and animals hide. So these stone tools, they were used to cut the plants and animals. Okay, artifacts. The people of Inam Gaon made artifacts of copper. So they used to make different types of items from the copper. Okay, perhaps they obtained copper from Rajasthan. So they might have, you can say, extracted, or they might have discovered the copper from the Rajasthan. Copper was scarce and precious. So during those time, copper was very, you can say, were present in a very small amount, and it was very precious. That means very expensive. A lot of beads were found at Inamgaon. They were made up of terracotta, semi-precious stone, ivory, and sea shell. So many mm, these, that means beads were found in the Inamgaon, and they were made up of terracotta, simple precious stone, ivory, and sea shells. These indicate that the people of Inamgaon had trade relation with the other parts of the country. So with the excavation of these seals, we came to know that they have the trade relation with other countries also. Many terracotta figurines have also been found at Inamgaon. So many terracotta figures have also been excavated from the Inamgaon. Food habits. The remains suggest that the people of Inamgaon grew millets, barley, wheat, lentils, peas, gram, and beans, and domesticated cattle such as sheep, goat, dog, horses, and pig. Okay, so they used to eat these items, and they used to domesticate the animals such as sheep, goat, dog, horse, and pigs. People ate plants, meat, fish, and dairy products. So they used to eat the plants also, meat, fish, and dairy products which they get from cow and goat. Burial system. In Inamgaon, the dead were buried in pit dig in the floor of the house itself. So if a person died in the Inamgaon during those period, they used to dig a pit. For example, this is a house, okay, mud house. Okay, what they will do, they will dig a pit over here, okay, and they will bury inside their house. Okay, dead adults were buried directly into the pit. So the dead adults, they were directly buried into the pits. A dead child was buried in a container made up of two arms. So if a child is dead, they used to buried in a you can say a container made up of two arms. Okay, megalithic burials have also been found. So megalithic burials have also been found in the Inamgaon. Such burials were located underground, and burial spots were marked by big stones. So if a person died in the megalithic period, they used to bury in the ground, and in order to uh, uh, marked as their you can say family members, they used to uh, keep the big stones above the ground. These probably served as a sign post. So they used to keep the big stone so that they can recognize whose family members were buried in that particular place. The burials were accompanied by objects such as grains, pottery, tools, etc. So in the burial system, they used to bury the dead body. Along with the dead body, they used to bury, or you can say, yeah, they used to bury the grains, pottery, tools, because they believe that there is life after death. This is the Inamgaon pottery which has been excavated from the Inamgaon. Decline. In the last phase of the settlement, the people of Inamgaon seem to have faced some serious problems. So now we will discuss what was the major reason behind the declination of the Inamgaon. There was a decline in farming activity. So by the end of the settlement of the Inamgaon, okay, the farming started decreasing in the Inamgaon. People started relying more on hunting and gathering food. So now instead of doing the farming, they were started depending upon the hunting and gathering food. Instead of large rectangular houses, we find small round huts. So earlier they used to live in a large rectangular house, but at the end of the settlement, they or you can say we have excavated that they used to live in a small and round huts. It seems people were becoming more poor, and their old ways of life had come to an end. So with the help of these small and round huts, we come to know that now the people of the Inamgaon, they were started becoming poor, and thus with the help of this, there was with the help of this, the Inamgaon came to an end. And with this we end the chapter.